Timeless. Chapter 6. Bumps in the Road. Good! One more lap and you're done for today. Meet at the track entrance when finished. Shifting barked, watching all the trainees trot onward. A week and I've already met the minimum standards. Not bad at all. Their combat appears to be a bit rusty, but nothing unfixable. As soon as the new training equipment comes in, that'll help quite a bit. As he watched the dozen Thestrals run the obstacle course, Shifting's mind drifted back to the morning, or technically the evening a few hours ago. The exchange was causing no small amount of tumultuous thoughts for the stoic stallion. The past week, Luna had asked the same question when seeing him, yet today had been different.
How are you, Shifting?
Well enough. Yourself, Luna? The Alicorn paused, a sad smile dawning on her lips.
If thou will not tell us how you truly are, we must do the same.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, Luna. I didn't mean to lie to you.
No pony does, for it is not a full lie, merely that of omission. Of course, such distance is what is expected. No pony really wants to hear the truth when asking, how are you? Not usually, I feel. I would though, if you are willing.
Only if you do the same, Luna. To answer your question again, I am coping. The mood swings are less, the training has occupied my mind, and I'm feeling a semblance of normalcy, and I've enjoyed your company, however brief at times. And you? The Lunar Princess blinked, words seeming to fail her briefly.
I am well, Shifting. The situation as of late has me troubled, but I am thankful for a pony like you stepping in to help. It puts my mind at ease, and we have enjoyed watching your exercises. It is rare to see such skill nowadays.
Shifting grinned, ears perking up at a thought. Would you like to have a sparring match sometime, Luna? If that is appropriate. He had never seen the Alicorn look so flustered, yet a simple nod was her answer. Perhaps after I run the trainees ragged, or tomorrow, if that's fine. Shifting ventured.
We will check on our schedule. We must go, Shifting. Talk to thee later.
Shifting's brow furrowed, as the stallion realized a gentle smile was on his lips. He had noticed then, and remembered now with perfect clarity the beautiful blush on Luna's cheeks at his question. A blush that was increasingly common now that he thought about it. That can mean many things, all of which are very complicated. And yet through it all, are those complicated things so bad? The sergeant shook himself from a stupor. Thankfully, there was no rush on analyzing feelings, of which were still a bit tumultuous. Instead, he had to focus on the problem at hoof, namely a problem named Bitterblade. Shifting sighed, head shaking slowly. The stallion held so much promise, yet the small remarks over the past week had grown in frequency and intensity. It was only a matter of time now before the stubborn Thestral challenged him openly. His two boneheaded lackeys were hardly the issue, though. Perhaps that would come to a head today. Watching the trainees, Shifting nodded in approval, as he noted a pack of 7 led by Silty Stone. The mare had proven herself to be a competent leader, gathering individuals who wanted to train and practice together. She had also shown promise in combat, but time will tell. Still, those are good signs. Ah, here we go. This'll be interesting. The dozen trainees from the first group began to gather, the other 2 dozen on break throughout the underground compound. Shifting rotated them through with the same curriculum, but this group held the most promise and showed the most progress. Or well, except for 3, the larger of them chucking about something or other to his buddies. Good job, every pony. You've made significant progress this week, and for that, I am quite pleased. Shifting began, pausing as a loud laugh reached his ears. Is something funny, Trainee Blade? Silence greeted his question, the drill sergeant continuing. Aye, this is it. Just like the dozen of other times some stallion wants to show off. Maybe I can turn it in his favor eventually, though. We'll be getting new combat training equipment this coming week, so then we can start— Trainee Blade! Front and center! Shifting growled, the aforementioned stallion trotting to the front with a lackadaisical sigh.
Sir?
What's so amusing, trainee? Shifting asked calmly.
May I speak freely, sir?
The Thestral seemed to spit that last word, the drill sergeant nodding. Go ahead.
Everything about this is funny. You, the training, the rumors, they don't know what to do with us, do they?
Shifting only raised his eyebrow, but saw a few other Thestrals shift uncomfortably. Perhaps I should have nipped this in the bud earlier.
Suddenly, 2/3 of the guard are gone, some of our friends are apparently traitors, and then a random unicorn gets promoted, and we're just supposed to listen to you?
Yes, because those are your orders. Shifting replied calmly, but that only seemed to infuriate the Thestral further. The drill sergeant then gestured to Silty Stone with a hoof calmly. Trainee Stone, please fetch the other trainees. I suppose they should hear this too. Now it was Bitterblade's turn to look slightly uncomfortable.
What are you doing?
This is not a view just held by you, is it? Many have been questioning why I'm here, the state of things, and so forth. Is that correct? Bitter nodded, now seeing the other 24 Thiestrel starting to crowd around.
Well, yeah. You say you're qualified, and we're supposed to trust that? I'm as loyal to Princess Luna as the next, but this just seems wrong.
A few affirmative murmurs rose up, and the rising tension caused Shifting's fur to prickle. Wrong. I was interviewed, found of appropriate skill, and put in charge. How is that wrong?
Because we don't even know if you're loyal to her! I don't buy the rumors. Many of us don't.
Bitter growled. The air itself seemed to chill, and many of the Thiestrel's eyes widened. Shifting's eyes glowed a dull red, the drill sergeant wincing as he took a deep breath to keep his emotions in check. I will say this once, and only once, trainee Bitterblade. To question a guard's loyalty is to directly challenge their honor. That is a grievous offense, and I will forgive that trespass once, since you do not know of what you speak. Shifting growled. Don't press me, kid. Please don't.
Or what? Honor? What do you know of it? I've heard the rumors, and I say they're garbage.
Bitter continued, a few more voices adding to his declaration.
Bitter, back off!
Silty hissed, shaking her head.
Oh, shut up! You've eaten everything the stallion has spewed! I want to know what's going on. Who are you, Drill Sergeant? Sure, I'll challenge your oath because many of us don't believe it. You're in the Night Guard. How? There hasn't been a non-Thiestrel in
1,000 years. Bitter blinked. Shifting Sand stood up and trotted to stand nose to nose with the muscular stallion. The bullish Thiestrel was able to look Shifting eye to eye, yet now he began to quail at the furious emotion in the unicorn's eyes. Luna trotted down the stone halls, curious as to see the progress with the Night Guard trainees as always. As she neared the training area, a gaggle of voices caught her attention.
Because we don't even know if you're loyal to her. I don't buy the rumors. Many of us don't. Wait, what is this?
She secluded herself to the side, hiding a rocky gap to listen in on the exchange. A simple spell was all she needed to put her viewpoint on that near the congregation of ponies, watching as the event unfurled. Let me address your first accusation, and then I'll address the rumors. Shifting began, eyes still glowing a sinister maroon. You have directly challenged my honor and my loyalty, trainee.
Yeah, what of it?
The emboldened stallion replied haughtily.
What are you gonna do about it, huh?
Put your muzzle in the dirt unless you immediately apologize for your offense. Bitter chuckled, shaking his head.
Yeah, no. I've seen your training sessions, and you're great against dummies, but fighting a real pony, that's not the same. You won't touch me. You're welcome to try, though. I'm betting all bark and no bite from you.
Shifting's head tilted to the side, the unicorn's horn glowing ever so slightly. Oh. Bitter opened his mouth to reply, and Shifting struck. Lunging forwards, the unicorn's hooves sparked with arcane magic, slamming into the stallion with enough force to drive the wind from the insubordinate Thiestrel's lungs. Whipping his hooves around, Shifting sent Bitter cracking to the stone floor, legs splayed out to the side. An arcane blade ignited along Shifting's hoof, and more than one Thiestrel gasped as the drill sergeant sent the blade plunging down, embedding itself not an inch from Bitter's horrified eyes. The magical blade threw off sparks as it stuck into the stone. You will stay there, trainee, until I say you can rise. Do you understand? Shifting asked softly, and Bitter could only nod, still gasping for breath. This is a simple lesson, trainees. Asking a question kindly will often yield a better result than insults and challenges, as demonstrated. Shifting explained, shaking his head sadly at Bitter. I've seen so many like you, Bitterblade. Ponies like you turn into some of the best guards I've ever seen, or, on the other end of the spectrum, robbing caravans on the road. The unicorn paused, shaking his head. Only one of those paths end well for such ponies. Now then, you are correct. There hasn't been a non-Thiestrel in the Night Guard in over 1,000 years. Shifting stood tall, tapping his rear hoof twice. A rune ignited around the pony, blue tendrils of magic peeling off the odd leather cladding that wrapped around Shifting's armor. The stallion's jaw clenched as he addressed the shocked group. Until recently, I was Private Shifting Sands of the Lunar Knights, initiated in Luna's private guard over 1,000 years ago. The rumors concerning such are true. That includes my age and my intervention in the princess's assassination, yet how much that is circulated around I do not know. I was there during the height of the guard, when Luna lost herself to jealousy and envy, warped and taken by a creature of darkness. I was there, trainee. He now turned to Bitter, the other stallion's eyes wide in shock. And you dare question my loyalty. You know nothing of that. Perhaps the noble beginnings of it though, and because of your history. But of loyalty and honor, you have much to learn. I have a feeling that Shifting might forgive Bitters for what he said, but he certainly ain't gonna forget that. He might even hold it up against him in training. Now let's get on to our probably combat experience donators. Top donators: TacoCat598, Peter Coulthard, J Tinman, Darkside, Gauntlet, and Only One Thing. Zar630, Strix, Raiden, Narwhals, Black Moonheart, Drake Lovedragon, Pastel Skies, Austin Roland, Magazine, Crazy Killer 557, Nike Kruger, Dospo, Madman Stan, Delta Omega, Jack Hadge, Runescyther 9852, Hunter Norman, Stephen Bingham, Michael Dale Moore, Dash of Evergreen, Riney Dragonwolf, Ponyman, Tall Rasha, Let's Toilet Snake, Sword Brother Mordred, Ronin Wandering, Random Person Man Guy, Easy, Scouchia, Leslie Prickett, Jordan Peterson, Crimson Kitsune 9, Lightskin, Monster Kitty, Needs a Life, Milan Biahanek, and many more skillful people. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and live life to the fullest.